I think the purpose of our life is to decide and design who we are and to say yes to reinventing ourselves. And then whatever gap you close between who you created to survive unconsciously, innocently, and who you became, that's your company.
Welcome to Unstoppable Podcast with Harry Sardinas, inspiring conversations with influential millionaires, investors, thought leaders, entrepreneurs who are making a massive difference with their innovative products and services, and sharing the challenges and the wisdom of how they sold their first million.
Community. The whole point, Rebecca, is that it takes a while to figure out what do you really want, but also what give you fulfillment, yeah, and what give you peace, yeah. Because when you are in this mode, I need to have this Ferrari and this house to prove everyone that I made it, or I have to achieve X so I can show someone. Maybe your dad told you when you were a kid you're not worth it, or your mom or your friend, and you want to show them that you actually are worth it, and you're operating. I always say that sometimes, sometimes most of us, when we were human beings until we were 3, 4, 5 years old. Then something happened in that in that time, or 7 years old. Something, even the teacher told you you're stupid. Your mom told you something and you thought that she doesn't love you. Something happened in that period that the human being is lost and the computer starts to run you, and you want to prove something to someone. And then if you become an entrepreneur because your computer is running you, now you want to make a lot of money. You want to become a billionaire because you need to prove to your dad that you're worth it. And in that rat race, yeah, you can become wealthy, you can do this, but you don't have peace. You don't have, you cannot operate exactly like you say. You cannot be centered, yeah. And again, this is what actually happens. So, Rebecca, what is the point that when you speak with your clients, how you can open the conversation to them, saying like, look, you are running a business, okay? But we need to find what's your purpose. What do you really want? What gives you fulfillment? What makes you happy? So our business, right? We do conference all over the world. What gives me fulfillment? I tell you what gives me fulfillment. Sometimes in the metro, sometimes here in London, I take the metro. And the people said, I dress always like this, very colorful, so people, impossible to miss me. And the people in the metro said, Harry, is that you? Man, I saw you speak. I saw in that conference. I was on the second floor. Look, I say what you did, man. This is my business. This is my family. Let's take a picture. And, I'm quite embarrassed in the metro. So everybody looking at me and say, what are these people? I don't even never meet them. And yeah, man, look, I saw you. I remember you. It's you. I know it's you. Let's take a picture. And then, but I arrived to my house and I'm thinking, wow, it's amazing that I say something in a conference from 1,300, 600 people, someone that was on a second floor, and it changed his life. Mm-hmm. And he will never forget. So when you transform someone's life, when you make a big impact, so the level of fulfillment that you can find, you get paid in better currency than money. Love, appreciation, good energy to you, every people wishes to you. Like the other day I was talking with my partner, and I said, we forgot the last time that we paid for food because people constantly called us to invite us to eat. Come, Harry and Lily, come to eat with us, spend time with us. So, and that energy is important for you to be healthy and to be happy, right?
Well, your authenticity, yeah. So if I'm working with somebody on purpose, I'm going to just give you my really bold, direct answer, right? We all have a survival self that we created. The version of ourselves that thinks, here's what's right, here's what's wrong, here's what's acceptable, here's what's not, here's what I should do, here's what I shouldn't do, should not be in charge of the mission called your life or your business, right? So we all have a survival self. We design who we really are. I do not think we wake up one day and know who we are. And I think the purpose of our life is to decide and design who we are and to say yes to reinventing ourselves. And then whatever gap you close between who you created to survive unconsciously, innocently, and who you became, that's your company. Because that is you able now to teach people how to get there. I called my book, I got a major publishing deal a couple of years ago. And I wrote a book, Coming Back to Life, a roadmap to heal from pain to create the life you want. It's one best self-worth and self-love book in the world. It's a phenomenal award-winning book that is me teaching you how to be internally foundationally sound and how to say yes to reinventing yourself once you know enough with survival. And your purpose is to be the full expression of you. And that you gets to teach people how to be the fullest expression of that, of the people you're serving, right? So this book will give you everything you need to find your way. I don't know your way, but your purpose is being fully you. And you won't wake up one day and know what the hell that is, who the hell that is, what the hell that means. It's a decision. I created Rebeccah Silence.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
The survival, Rebeccah.
I created her,
right?
Literally.
Right. You see the red lipstick, you see the jewelry, you feel the vibes, but I don't need, and none of you need anything outside of you to be different, for you to be okay, for you to know your worth, or for you to know you've arrived. You've arrived because you're still alive. You're here and we need you.
Now, Rebecca, the next question is this one. What about the people, and the entrepreneurs and the women, and what message do you have for the women especially, or for all the entrepreneurs that they never find the courage and imagine that they have running a business and they need to be 40, 50, 60 years in this abusive relationship because they think that there is no that they cannot do it by themselves. They're gonna make, and they never find the strength or the courage to say, you know what, I have to ask for the divorce. I understand that there are children in the middle, but I have to quit this, and I deserve better. And the sad thing about that is that we only have one life, and there are people there suffering and trapped in the careers, in the relationships, in the business, literally trapped for years. And they are unhappy, they are not fulfilled, and somehow they don't find this strength, to rebuild themselves until something dramatic happens. I hear a lot of stories, a lot,
They wait for that.
I started by my one, but I was an employee when I came here to London. I only became an entrepreneur because my dad got cancer and I didn't have money to go and see him. And then I promised to myself, I cannot have this anymore. That the people that I love, that are in another country, they're sick, and I cannot take a plane to even to see them or to send even $1 medicine. I was so broke when that happened, and then a few years down the line, then I become an entrepreneur. I have the finance, my business running autopilot, and now it happened to my mom. And it was literally nobody could help her, only me. I was the only person in my family that can literally disappear for 1 year and have the resources to disappear for a year to deal with that. Nobody else, because everybody has a job, everybody was working. So the point of the story is how can we empower people to because, for example, and let me ask you direct question to you, it took a lot of courage for you, even being in an abusive relationship, to say, I have enough. So where do you find the strength?
So if you can survive survival, you can survive alignment. Nobody tells us that, right? Like, the reason we think it's easier to stay stuck in our patterns and to stay small, and your word trapped, we think it's easier. But really, we know we can survive it, right? We know we can survive what we've already survived. We don't know we can survive the possibility of the people closest to us not approving of our dream life, our dream company, going away because I don't know who you are anymore.
And what people are telling you, say, I'm thinking to divorce, and then the people say, wow, you're crazy, you have kids. What are you going to do? You shouldn't be doing this. That people try
my
to
mother,
walk you
100%.
a lot.
100%.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, no, this conversation and this particular question, it just gets me all fired up because my own mother said to me, don't leave your husband. Don't let him see you sweat. And I looked at her and I said, that's crazy. I'm not going to have my kid watching me. So, what I want you to know is you have more courage than you know. And what I call it when we're staying stuck and small and safe in survival is high functioning unhappiness. Okay. We're very good at high functioning unhappiness. We talk about high functioning depression and anxiety and addiction. I don't know anybody else talking about high functioning unhappiness. Why do we stay there? Because we don't want to threaten the high functioning part of our life. We don't want to pursue happiness that may or may not even be real. We want to keep what we've built, right? And you were talking about it earlier. There's nothing to prove. I'm going to say there's nothing to lose except you. And don't you dare let that happen. And we don't need that breakdown to break through. And we don't need to wait for a crisis.
100%.
And if you've already gotten this far, you're so much more courageous already than you're giving yourself credit for. But it isn't anything to glorify being courageous and high functioning and unhappy. Being courageous and high functioning and happy and letting anyone or anything fall away that wouldn't want you there. That's a living.
Follow us for more interviews with world's most influential, audacious entrepreneurs that overcame challenges and adversity, providing you with the blueprint of how they sold their first million so you can grow your business exponentially.